Oh my god. Michonne and Daryl. I'm just kidding, guys. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Don't hate me. Don't hate me. Now, this picture is from the interview that Michael Klutz did, as aka Abraham did, of the set of Walking Dead season 6. You know, he's interviewing a lot of people. He interviewed Lenny James. I'll have the link in my description box, so check that out. It's actually a pretty good interview. It's a very, it's only like almost 3 minutes. He's just talking to everybody. You know, you got Maggie and everything, but he talks to Michonne, basically Danai Goroda. I don't want to butcher your name too much. Danai. He's talking to Danai, and then Norman Reedus' cousin just plants one on her, and it's actually pretty funny. And she's like, "Oh, damn, I love coming to work." It's actually a pretty awesome moment. It's pretty funny, but that so don't. It's part that kiss is from the interview. So if you want to check it out yourself, it's in my description box. It's actually pretty fun little interview that he does. But that leads to question two. At one point of the Walking Dead series, there was one scene where Daryl was working on an engine to a car, and Michonne came, and you just felt it. You felt that little chemistry / that sexual kind of attractiveness that's going on there. You see this in movies, TV, whatever, where you say these two might hook up. That scene in particular made, and I remember people a lot of question like is Daryl, we know Michonne and Rick have a thing, but Daryl and Michonne. And honestly, a lot of people want Michonne to happen, Rick and Michonne. And I am too. I would love for it to happen because, what I want to see more in the TV show as well, that they don't do as much in the comic book, that they should do, because it's only natural, because we as humanity, we love to eat, we love to shit, and we love to have sex. And what the comic book does really well is establish these relationships and their sexual, they want, these people yearn to have sex. That's what they like it, they want it, they do it, let's, And with the Walking Dead TV series, they don't really have, I can see the network. I mean, it's on AMC. It's not like HBO. They're not constantly having sex, or they don't really have, there's not too many relationships going on in the Walking Dead romantically, so to speak. But I would like to see more of it. I mean, romance is, or not even romance, but that is just part of life and part of what Robert Kirkman does very well in the comic books. I mean, he establishes these relationships. I mean, Rick and Andrea, I love that relationship in the comic books. I think it is one of the solid comic book relationships I've seen in a long, long time. So I would just love to see that in the TV show. I think Rick deserves it. I mean, Rick and Jesse at this point are together. I think I like Jesse in the TV show a lot better than the comic books, honestly. I would, however, I think Rick and Michonne have. I like that. I like those two together. They establish, they have that home kind of feel to it, like a family kind of feel. It has that kind of Andrea. Since Andrea's gone, it has like Michonne kind of stepping up as the person who's telling Rick, keeping Rick in check, and that could be just friendship. That could be just respect. But sometimes it feels like it's a sexual attractiveness, honestly, and it's also more than that. It's actually romantically, just like there's the love there. There's a love there between these two characters, and I want it to be explored. But going from there, like there's also the question of how about Daryl and Michonne, and you know what? I could see that as well, because that one particular scene, these two are badasses, so them coming together, will have an ass kicker, make an ass kicker. No. But I could see that as well. But I would want more interaction between the two, because we haven't had a lot of interaction between Daryl and Michonne. And you know what? That would be so interesting if, we have more interaction with Daryl and Michonne, because these two characters are kind of to themselves and they don't really speak freely, but Michonne has opened up a lot. She has changed a lot since we first saw her in the TV show. But I would love for these two to have, like, it doesn't have to be romantic, but more of a relationship in terms of, they get each other. I think that could work in a storyline for The Walking Dead. That these two characters, especially they've been through so much, with Daryl, and also Michonne's been through a lot. I mean, these two are always at Rick's side, so they could talk. There's a lot of things you can do, explore with these two coming together, and really not romantically if you don't want it, but friendship wise. I mean, I want to see more Daryl and Michonne interaction. So that's basically it. I'm sorry, guys, for kind of fooling you a little bit there, but check out the interview. It's actually pretty cool. I like it. Did love the moment. If you're a Norman Reedus' fan and you love him planting that kiss on Dana, or AKA Michonne, it's pretty cool. But thank you guys for listening. If you haven't already, please subscribe and please check out my clip video review of Fear the Walking Dead. And that's all I got for you guys. Until next Walking Dead video, until we talk again of The Walking Dead. See you guys later. All right, I'm out.